Okay. All right, there we go. Just posted just now.
You got the link?
Yep, I got the link. Yep.
All right.
Yep, gonna send that over right now to the group chats.
All right, we're live. First pitch, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Just turns out I can hear your ticky typing.
You can hear my ticky typing.
I can hear your ticky typing. So put that on hold for a sec.
Put what on hold?
The ticky typing, or mute yourself. That's a better thing to do.
Mute myself? Is that? I always knew you want me to mute myself on the podcast.
I can mute you myself. All right, here we are, presented by Wearable Fandom. Welcome to Wear Mighty Things, episode 31. Hello, everybody. We are live. My name is Dustin, and I'm your host. It's great to be back with you guys on Friday. This is June 27th. Believe it or not, we're almost all the way through June. Next week is the 4th of July here in the U.S. This is incredible. And it's so great to be back with you guys live. We just had a podcast last week, and we're excited to be back with you. For the uninitiated, this is a podcast all about the Roosevelt's brand and community. Fandom, fashion, and friends is what we're all about here on Wear Mighty Things. And if that sounds like fun, well, hey, my friend, you came to the right place. I want to remind you guys to receive all of our content updates, all the videos or other notifications about when we're going live. Please subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so you'll get notifications of all of the content as it releases. And it's very, very exciting to be back with you guys. So much stuff has happened already in just this week. I see we already have folks showing up here, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this person, my incredible co-host, John, all the way from Staten Island, Madigan. Hey, John, it's another week and another podcast episode. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing great, man. How about you?
I'm outstanding. I've been doing a lot of stuff. In fact, I jam-packed a lot of life into the last week alone.
Really? What did you do?
Well, let's see. I went to London. I actually went to, I was staying in the Piccadilly Circus area of London, where they actually did the premiere for the F1 movie. I don't know if you've seen that, but I saw Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt together in London, right outside of my hotel. No joking. I walked out of my hotel, and the entire setup where they had the F1 premiere, which also included some F1 drivers, by the way. I see we've got Manny in the chat there, who is a big F1 fan. I am also a big F1 fan. And so, yeah, so there they were. I didn't expect it. I didn't know it was happening. It just was right there. But yeah, I went and I was at a Giants game. I went to a Giants ball game yesterday. So I've just been bouncing all over the place. How about yourself?
I did not have as exciting as a week as you did. You get to travel and go all over the world.
It's true. It's true.
Dustin, whenever Dustin calls me, he tells me, he's like, oh, I'm in Amsterdam. Oh, I'm in London. I'm in California. I'm here. I'm there. I'm everywhere. Roy Kent. He's in Japan. He's going everywhere. And my life is just not as exciting as Dustin's, unfortunately.
Oh, come on.
We got to talk about this before we get into Roosevelt's and everything that comes with it. We got to talk about this over here in New York. So this is something that really frustrates me to my core, but it's something that I feel like needs to be talked about somewhere. Is we just had the New York City mayoral debate here. They just the mayoral primaries here in New York City. And Dustin, I don't know how much you follow New York politics, but we had the primaries, and there's a guy here named Andrew Cuomo, and look, he was the mayor of New York City, or the governor of New York City, for a long time. And look, I'm not here to talk about whether he's good or bad in terms of other things he's done, but he did something during this debate that was completely unacceptable.
Really?
For someone who claims to be a New Yorker. This is something that really irked the shit out of me, and it literally cost him at least my vote. I can't talk about it for anyone else. I think other people are pretty pissed off, but this cost him my vote. This one single thing. he was asked, and I can't believe even these questions. They asked him what his favorite breakfast sandwich was. And this sounds like a pretty standard, straightforward question. And look, anyone who's been to New York City knows that a bacon, egg, and cheese, and if you want salt, pepper, ketchup, is like the go-to breakfast sandwich in New York. And he, Cuomo said bacon, cheese, and egg.
What?
Everyone knows it's bacon, egg, and cheese. It's one word. It's one word. And my friend Ann is in the comments right now. She's talking right now about Mayor De Blasio. In fact, if we can pull up a picture of this, I would appreciate that. Mayor De Blasio went to a fake pizza place in New York City, and I consider a fake pizza place like one of these change. And he was caught eating pizza with a fork and knife, which
What?
God forbid you don't do that. You don't do that.
Oh my gosh. Bacon, cheese, egg?
Bacon, cheese, and egg. Yes, no, it's like, no, sir. No, that is not it.
Oh my
That
gosh.
is not it. That is not the answer. That is not what's like. It pissed me off. And look, you're not from New York, but you know these things.
Yeah, well, I know that. I know that.
This is that was a give me. And I also thought it was very funny, and I wasn't mad about this. I completely get it. I wasn't mad about it. They had asked every candidate which borough had they spent the least amount of time in. And every candidate.
I think I know the answer.
Every single candidate, with the exception of one who was trying to stand out, but we all know he was bullshitting. He said Staten Island. Not a shocker. He's like, Staten Island. Next one was like, yeah, I'd also have to say Staten Island. Staten Island would be the one. One guy, I forget his name. One guy was like, I spend an equal amount of time in all the bullshit.
Oh
Staten
my
Island.
gosh.
Guy probably never even stepped foot in Staten Island.
Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. Well, that's criminal. I think isn't that a misdemeanor in New York to get the city's sandwich wrong?
I think it should be. If it's not, it definitely should be. No, so
Hilarious.
yeah, we obviously
Hilarious.
we obviously like our food here in New York City. Bacon, egg, and cheese is a sacred sandwich, and you should never eat pizza with a fork and knife. God forbid. I mean, that's blasphemy where I come from. So I know we don't typically get political, but these are things that I had to make sure that I talked about in the morning.
I understand.
Yeah, I just had a lot of pent up energy about this. This is something it was very personal to me.
I understand. Yeah, well, it's fine, and we will get on to all of that great Roosevelt's conversation. But before we do, John, what are you wearing, my friend?
I am wearing a little kudu today. This was, from MegaCon at Mosh Isley. This was the surprise exclusive. Definitely, I love purple. Purple's one of my favorite colors. So definitely felt like it was appropriate to put that on. It's a beautiful Friday. Summer is here, and I don't know. I like this one. I like this. I like little kudu. I feel like it doesn't get the love and respect it deserves. What are you wearing today, my friend?
Well, I am rocking the Series 1 floral with the Birds of Paradise. This particular one is the Toronto exclusive. And it's one of my favorites. I love this particular shade of blue. It's one of my favorite colors, and so I was like, it's Floral Friday. We're having a show. Let's kick it. So I'm excited to be wearing it. You're also rocking the Legends Never Die hat.
I am, yes. It's funny because I wouldn't know what shade of blue that is, but good to know. Good to know that you like it. I'm sure it looks great.
Yeah.
All blue looks the same to me, but I'm sure that one looks great.
Yeah, we've got some members of the chat who are here. I saw I called out Manny a little bit earlier. Anthony's here. You said Captain, which I know that's Ann. Yeah, that's Ann.
Can we just
Gabriel's
real
here
quick?
too. What?
Manny wrote, "Happy birthday, Dustin Klingman," and also Josh Bloom wrote in a message to you this morning, "Happy birthday, Dustin Klingman." It's not your birthday today, is it?
No, it's not my birthday.
Okay, both Josh and Manny wished you a happy birthday today. Josh Bloom, who we love, and I distinctly remember writing you a very nice birthday message, and so I would be a little embarrassed if I got it wrong.
Oh well, I mean, you can send it to me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't
No,
know
no,
how
I
they
remember.
ended up
No,
seeing
no,
it today.
I had made a post a while ago. When it was your birthday, I had made a nice post and shared some pictures of us, not the
Yeah,
intimate ones we take when we're together, but
it's
that's a
live,
good th-
John, and friends are
that
watching. They don't need to know
that's
that's
a
our
good thumbnail.
business.
That's a good thumbnail.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, Josh and Manny. Not my birthday today, but it was really nice for Josh to send his message because he was on the way to see another Josh, the Milwaukee second annual meetup, which is a great tie into your hat because that Legends Never Die hat was one of the great giveaways that they had actually last year when they had the first Milwaukee meetup. So that's actually going on right now in Milwaukee, which is Algonquin for the good land.
No, Milwaukee looks like it looks like it's a lot of fun. I saw they're doing a cool. Today's 626 day. It's Stitch Day.
That's right.
Yeah, and there was a couple of drops today, but I see that they have it organized that everyone's wearing a Stitch shirt over there in Milwaukee. So I think that's great. It looks like honestly looks like a lot of fun. I definitely wish I was over there. It looks like they're having a great time. And even bigger news, as much as this is only the beginning of the Milwaukee meetup, but it looks like there is, let's say it looks like there is a Roosevelt exclusive happening at Summerfest that Josh had some connections and ties into. So that is really exciting. I'm definitely happy for him and everybody over there who had something to do with that. The shirt looks great. You can see it right there on the screen.
Yeah.
I'm sure I know Josh is Josh is a proud person from Milwaukee. I don't know what they call Milwaukeeans. I don't know what they call them. But Josh is definitely a proud Milwaukee person, and my understanding is that the things on this shirt have a lot to do with Milwaukee and Summerfest, and it looks great. It looks cool. I love the colors and the patterns and everything. It looks like definitely looks like a good time. Definitely wish I can get my hands on this. My understanding is that these are extremely limited. I don't know the number, but these are definitely extremely limited, and so I definitely wish I was. I definitely wish I can get my hands on one of these. These are pretty cool.
Yeah.
But really cool for anyone who get. What's your thoughts on this design, Dustin?
The colors pop. Josh looks good in it. He looks good in almost anything. But I'm going to call something out here and give my guy some props. Look down here, John. I can't zoom any further than that, but you can see he's got his wristbands on there. He's got his Legends Never Die bracelet.
Oh yeah, look at that.
He's got all those killer friend bracelets. Like that is that's awesome, dude. That's really cool. The shirt's awesome. He looks good in it. The glasses rock. But let's also not ignore the little things. It's the little things in life. So
yeah,
that's pretty cool. That's really cool.
We definitely hope everyone over there is having a good time, and we wish we could be there next year.
Yeah, well, and I hope everyone's having a blast there. And you didn't get this, but thank you, Gabriel, for getting my Wayne's World ref. That was Milwaukee. That's from Wayne's World. That's a Wayne's World reference.
Oh, I missed that.
It's fine. It's fine. Also see that Ariane has joined us. Hi, Ariane. Thank you.
Hey.
Welcome. Willkommen. Bienvenue. Come on in. Let's see who gets that reference. When John and I are recording, it's basically all of these just back and forth quotes and like kind of drops and seeing who understands and gets what. But so now it's just like letting people in the audience in on all of that fun as well.
I love that we have the audience in on this now, and the fact that we can do this live, and I love the interaction with people. It always makes me super happy that we get to do this, and just to hear people's thoughts and opinions as we're doing it, and have that kind of like that connection with you guys is always, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it.
Oh my gosh, I just remembered something, John. Do you realize that there are 26 days till Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con? 26 days. Now, we discussed last time that you will be on a boat. You'll be cruising in luxury on a boat, and I'll be slumming it out over in San Diego.
Whoa. We be cruising in luxury. I mean, it's a great ship. I wouldn't say I'm cruising on the Queen Anne. Like, I'm not, these these are there are definitely really fans where you're expected to wear like a nice suit every day and like these exquisite exactly. No, we're there to party. Okay, we're there to have we're here to I don't know if can I curse? What do they say in Step Brothers? We're here to F stuff up.
Yeah.
When they go for the job interview?
Boats and hose? No, that's the other part.
No. When they go in for the job interview, they're like, we're here to F stuff up. I always thought that was pretty badass. But yeah, no, you will be at Comic-Con though, and I'm super jealous of that. I definitely wish I could come and join you. It was definitely a dream of mine to always attend San Diego Comic-Con, and it kills me that I'm missing this opportunity. But I will be in Florida though. If anybody wants to come, if anybody is not going to Comic-Con, you're in the Florida area, complete opposite side. I will be at the Wharf at July 19th, the Wharf in Fort Lauderdale. Come hang out, have a few drinks, and let's just have a good time together. It's gonna be a fun little mini meet. And the day beforehand, I will be at Epcot. I'll be at Epcot from about 11 to 5:30. If anybody wants to come and hang out and party at Epcot, we're gonna go ahead, ride some rides, eat some food, and have a very kind of Epcot kind of day. So
it's funny that you say that, because we're gonna shift into talking a little bit about the most recent drops, and of course there was a Mr. Morrow drop this time.
There was a Mr. Morrow drop
since the last week, since you're quoting ish Mr. Morrow there. But yeah, I'm excited that you're going to be there. We'll be at San Diego Comic-Con. I think I've said to everybody, we'll be covering for both channels. The Fandom Traveler will be doing a lot of content on the Fandom Traveler. I'll be covering all of the new releases from Roosevelt's, of course, Heroes and Villains, Her Universe, all of the main lines that have fandom apparel and often offer exclusives, especially at Comic-Con. So I'll have videos and content for all of that stuff. And if you want to see what it's like to be at Comic-Con, John, if you want to watch from the boat,
I will be watching
in luxury.
I hope you FaceTime me while I'm on the boat. I would love to get a FaceTime while I'm on the boat, and you can show me everything that's going on, and I can say hi to anybody there at the booth. Like, I want to be a part of it. I want to still be there. So if you can FaceTime me from there, I would appreciate it.
I will.
I definitely, and then it's like I'm there, and then it's like I'm there.
Does it count that you're there if you're there on FaceTime?
Just put a badge around your phone, and like, we're good. We'll take a picture, and like, that's it. I'm there. Like, somebody will.
I'm asking because, when I was in Hawaii last summer and not in New Jersey, and you were griefing me for not being there, I did video in and talk to a bunch of people. So I'm just trying to make sure I understand the rules. Does it count? Does it count, John?
No, it doesn't count. No, I'm not giving.
I knew it.
Nope.
I knew it.
Does not count. Nope. I messed up there.
I see Daniel has joined us here, and Daniel, I guess maybe you're not going to either. Well, I hope you get a chance to go at some point. But thank you for coming to the cast. Robert's here. He's going to be at Disneyland during Comic-Con for his anniversary. Congratulations on your anniversary, Robert. What anniversary is it, if you don't mind sharing? We can you can also keep it private if you like. And Anthony says it's a ship, not a boat, John.
This is all right. I don't know the proper terminology. I know some people get upset about that. It's a thing that floats on water. I mean, like, ship, boat. I mean, like, come on. No, I should get this right. No, you're right. It is a ship. It is a huge ship. So no, you're right. I don't know why I called it a boat. I also want to say to Daniel Perez, I also think this is a little side note. This means nothing, but I work in a pharmacy, and believe it or not, I have 3 patients that are named Daniel Perez. So whenever I have to bring something up for them, I always think of you, because I know you're not related to any of them. I know you're nowhere close to me, but I do have 3 patients all named Daniel Perez. So
that's fun.
Anthony wrote both of those 20 little yellow things on the side of the ship. Got it. The things that we hope to never get into.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because there's been a lot of conversation about ships recently. Do you want to talk about boats, or do you want to talk about ships, John?
Let's talk about ships.
Ships. The ships are down, my friend.
The ships are down. I did want to talk about this a little bit. I am really happy and excited to announce that there will be a 2026 Roosevelt's Insiders Cruise.
Oh, yeah!
I am really blessed and really excited for everyone that came on last year, and everyone just had such an amazing time. It was truly one of the best times that I've ever had at a meetup. And I know that probably sounds a little condescending to say since I threw it, but it really was. No, it really was a great, great atmosphere of love, and it was really just one of the best times. And I'm ready to do it again. We have to. We have to do it again. So I am going to. I'm happy to post this in the chat right now. I'm going to give this. Just give me a minute. I'm going to post in the chat. This is going to be the sign up. We're doing it in 2026, and you're going to fill out your details there. And if you're interested in coming on the cruise, you're going to fill out your details. And this is a special little pre-sale for anybody who's gone on the cruise and somebody who's watching this today. First of all, to get yourself on the ship. So you fill out the information, and then we will reach out to you very very soon to book this cruise.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
If I post it in this chat right here, or do I got to be on the actual YouTube page to do it?
No, you can post it in this chat, and or you can.
It'll go to everybody over there.
I think so, or it'll go. We're only on YouTube, so we could hook this up to be on Instagram or TikTok as well if we wanted. But we like YouTube, so you can post it. So, I would post it in both just to make sure you're covered. But while you're doing that, I am thrilled. I got to say, I've only been on 2 cruises in my life, and both of them were this year. And the first one was more of an expedition and an adventure, but the first luxury cruise 3-day event was the cruise that we took on the Liberty of the Seas earlier this year in April. You'll remember I came right over from Star Wars Celebration. It was a super good time. Manny and I kept each other in stitches. Manny is super funny, and we just dunked on each other. I know he dunked on you a little bit, but we had a good time. Fine. We had a great time.
Listen, I expect that from Manny. I love Manny. I love everyone that came on that cruise. I mean, that really was such an amazing time. I just posted there's a Google Docs link. I just posted it in the YouTube chat. So, Dustin, are you telling me that if Manny's coming on the cruise, you're going to room with him again?
I'm down. I'm down to clown. And speaking of inside baseball, Gabriel threw up a comment.
Hopefully that cougar from last time is on this cruise too.
Yeah. We're gonna leave that where it is. We're not gonna say any more about that. But some individuals had a lot of fun. Is all I'm gonna say.
Some individuals had a lot of not me.
Not me. I was hanging out with Manny.
Dustin, you're the only cougar I'm after.
Wow. Do you have like a wildcat kind of sound? What's your best impression of a wild cat? Like not a bobcat. Ooh, that's pretty good.
Was that good?
That's pretty good. Do it again. Do it again. Okay. It got worse the second time. I'll do mine. Ready? Wow. So stupid.
Some people definitely had some fun on the ship, though. And look, good for those people, man. If you go out there and you find your people, that's all I'm saying. But like I said, we're having the cruise and we're doing it. It's happening.
Anthony keeps throwing a lot of extra P's on his ship, and so I'm copying the thing. Oh, people are asking what boat and what cruise line, and I don't know if you're ready to share that or not, but
this is I will say we are going Royal Caribbean again.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't want to share everything right here. This is what I will say: if you fill out the form, you'll get the information. You get all the information.
All right. There you go.
This is what I'll say though. It is happening. I just want to make sure I get the season right.
The season, John? Is it happening in winter? Is it happening in winter?
It is not happening in winter. No. I still want to sound like an idiot promoting my own event. It is happening spring of next year, and it is going to be with Royal Caribbean.
Okay.
And it is going to be on a much bigger, newer ship than what we were on last time.
Okay, well, that narrows it down for people who know the Royal Caribbean line of ships.
So I want to say exactly fill out the form. You will get that information, though. I promise you. We have a more planned out special announcement for everybody with all the exact information. But this is a special pre-sale for people to jump on this and get the information ahead of time before everyone else finds out and gets to book their rooms. You guys get to book your rooms first because you guys came into the podcast and you guys have been supporting us. So that's the information. But it's happening on a Royal Caribbean, a newer Royal Caribbean ship.
Nice.
In early next year. So that's what it's going to be, and it's going to be a party. That's all I'll say.
I'm going to throw a question in for the. I'm going to throw a question in for the chat. If you went on the cruise, would you cruise again? I'm just going to find out. Throw it in the chat. I'm very curious because there are a lot of people in the chat who have joined us for the live stream who actually. Who I want to see, are they coming back? And
I hope they're coming back.
Anne says we're going to need a bigger boat.
I assure you,
that's a Jaws reference. I want to make sure she knows we got that.
Definitely a Jaws reference. I assure you, this is a much bigger boat. In fact, one of the biggest cruise ships in the country.
Gabriel says was the best time. Met so many cool people. And make sure y'all go. That's good feedback. Anthony says Utopia.
Yeah, it's an amazing experience. Everyone had such a great time, yeah, it's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a good time.
Wow.
So I'm really hoping that everyone has a great time, and fill it out, and you'll get your information, and it's gonna be fun.
I love it. I love it when we can break news on the podcast. So that's pretty killer. Now we had a podcast last week. We recorded on a different day, and part of that was just because of travel. I had a travel out of town. I'll just say out of town, very out of town, and so we couldn't do it last Friday because of those things. But some things did happen. We actually saw, John, if you're ready for this, we actually saw. We actually saw a post on the Roosevelt's blog here about Travis Kelce, and this is really about famous people rocking Roosevelt's. Did you happen to see this little fun post that they made where they showed him rocking a Bluey tux?
Yes, definitely. I absolutely love the fact that we're seeing more famous people wearing Roosevelt's. Travis Kelce just seems like a ball of fun and energy wherever he goes. And I'm really happy to see that that he's taking the brand. And I do wonder how involved he got in the brand. I wonder if he knows about the Murmurs tux that they did in Philadelphia for him. I think it's really cool to see them get involved. And and we saw him wearing the Daffy Duck shirt as well.
Yeah.
A couple of days after this. So I'd love to see more and more famous people get involved in the brand. And for me, it's just a wonder of are they being sent out by Roosevelt's, or are they finding it on their own, or their people? Do they know? How much do they know? So it's an interesting thing, but I love to see it.
Well, I'm curious, what well-known famous person would you that has not yet been observed wearing Roosevelt's, who would you like to see rocking some Roosevelt's? And bonus points if you know what you want to see them wearing.
I don't know if I know what I mean. I think it would be nice to see Justin Timberlake wear some Mickey Mouse stuff. Throw back to his Mickey Mouse Clubhouse days. I know that's selfish, but if we can see Justin Timberlake in a Mickey Mouse shirt, like a Steamboat Mickey, that would be kind of cool. But I mean, it's more personable for me because just love Justin.
Long as I got my suit and tie. I'm trying to imagine JT doing a Mickey Mouse impression. That was my best I got. I'm just gonna let it die right there. That's fun. That's pretty good. Yeah, JT rocking Mickey Mouse stuff. That's pretty good.
What about you? What What would you like?
I think I would like to see Mark Hamill wearing the wearing one of the Star Wars, like the vintage Star Wars shirts, would be one of my thoughts. My first answer that popped in my head was I wanted to see Peter Mayhew, who was the original Chewbacca in the Star Wars movies, the actor that played the tall guy who played the man in the suit. I would love to see him wearing like the Chewbacca-san from the Celebration, but he's passed away, so I can't pull that one off.
Well,
that's so. But yeah, Mark Hamill rocking a Star Wars Roosevelt's would be pretty cool.
That would be. I mean, I think it'll happen someday. I think as more and more people find the brand, I really think it'll get its way. So I'm actually wondering, are we able to post Google Docs links in YouTube chats? Because I'm posting them and they're not getting sent. So people are not getting the link.
It might be a setting on my part, because one of the things that they don't want to have happen is if you're going live, they don't want people posting offensive links to porn sites or things like that. So there might be I might have to change a setting on the live, so it might be on my part to make
Can you post the link?
Well, here's what we'll do. I'll post the link in the description of this video after the chat. And then, John, if you also want to post the link anywhere in the chats where people might have already seen it, then I think you'll be able to cover both bases.
Yeah. So in the meantime, if you want to make sure, if you're watching the YouTube and you want to make sure that you get the link, send me a message on Facebook, and as soon as we're done recording this, I will send it out to anybody and everybody who sends me a message. Just send me a link and send me a message on Facebook, and I will be sure to send that link out to everybody. Seems like there's an issue with it being in the chat.
Wait a second. I want to go back because I just saw a comment from Anthony where he said Jason Kelce, and I'm like, did we get his name wrong?
Did I say Travis Kelce?
I think so, yeah. Because that's Tay-Tay's boyfriend, right?
That is Tay-Tay's boyfriend. Yeah.
Yeah. Wrong, Kelce brother. Thank you, Anthony. I'm gonna give you this Jason Kelce. So yeah. I noticed that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce were actually at the Stanley Cup Finals. They were actually watching the games, because anytime Taylor Swift shows up, they want to draw in.
They go to her every quarter. I mean, my God.
Yeah, and of course the really grumbly voice to say it, the Florida Panthers from Miami. Even though I'm from Florida, I'm from Central Florida. On East Coast, I'm a fan of the Penguins. That's my team. But I used to root for the Lightning, because the Lightning were the closest team to go see. And we don't abide success in sports from Miami. Period. So grumble cakes. Yes. Sorry, Anne. Anne says no porn links. Yes. You'll have to look elsewhere for that, right?
Yeah, no, sorry. You will not find that in this chat, unfortunately. That's in the Roosevelt's After Dark chat. That's where they share all those.
Wearable Fandom After Dark. It's a scrambled channel. All right. Let's dig into the drops that have kind of taken place. Now, there's a couple of them were pretty fun. We'll go in reverse chronological order. How do you think about that? So we'll actually go with the actual Spider-Man. It was Spider-Man Breakfast Balls collection, which covered a lot of stuff and actually expanded the amount of coverage that they had on Breakfast Balls in particular. We got a couple of polos. Any of these ringing your bell?
Let's see. I was never a big polo guy, truthfully. Nothing against them. I never played golf before. I'm just not really a polo guy. That's just me personally. Web Slinger though does look very nice. I think Neighborhood Watch is going to be more of a golf shirt. It's not as obvious. Maybe I like the things that are just a little bit more obvious. Web Slinger though is a nice one, but I think that one right there is going to be probably more for the golf people in there. That's why I like Web Slinger a little bit more. What about you?
I actually liked. I think they're cool. I'm not buying them and I'm not wearing them. That's what it comes down to. I used to be a major polo guy. Like, I didn't wear button downs. I actually wore like collared polo shirts. I had a lot of them, and that was pretty much like everyday wear. So at that phase or time, this probably would have been a much more appealing. I will say this: when you go out, if you ever go play golf. And living in Central Florida, there's a lot of really great golf courses. So I would just go. I was never good, and I never really learned to just, swing club, hit ball, double par, pick up ball. That was basically my experience. But you do want to have some comfortable gear here. So I don't know. I like the Neighborhood Watch a little bit better, but not really my cup of tea. I will say, though, this Spider Signal dad hat over here was something I actually thought was pretty cool. This was actually my favorite part of the drop. It's the dad hat, and that's kind of the hat that I like the fit of the hat. Like you like the flat brims. The flat brims to me,
do.
They make my face look weird. I don't have like the right shaped face for my mind for those, but I like the Spidey Signal here. I like the contrast of the blue and the red bill here. And then I also really loved this part underneath where it's got the web on the bottom part of the brim. That was fun. So this was actually my favorite. Yeah, so this was my favorite part of the Spider-Man breakfast balls.
I like the little bacon strips that are in the middle right there of the hat. I think it was a nice little touch, for breakfast balls.
It's interesting. Yeah. And sometimes they will actually use these in a creative way. So yes, breakfast balls here. My BMO dad hat actually has, I think, a design on there that's like an Adventure Time style design. So sometimes they actually, these are the seams, basically these are the 6 seams that sew the hat together into all of these different pieces. So sometimes if you guys are like, what are they talking about bacon? It's these red lines, these are bacon. It's supposed to be bacon. So I thought these were pretty cool. But then we got a lot of other accessories, and there were also some ladies cuts down here. The fairway head covers and the putter grips. If I played golf, I would probably be into these. These would be kind of fun. Any of this ringing your bell at all?
I mean, it looked cool, but I've never played golf before. I played mini golf.
Yeah,
and you can play mini golf on the next Roosevelt's Insiders Cruise. But no, I've never played golf before. So like this stuff looks really cool to me. I just wouldn't know what to do with it. Like I don't have golf clubs. I don't have it's a more of a personal thing.
Yeah.
These do look cool though. I can't even imagine what I would make my putter look like, or my drive, or whatever you call these things, or the covers for them. That's a cool. These are cool grips and cool ball markers. Like it's so cool. Like I love it. I'm not. It's just not for me. But it's they look cool though. Nothing against that.
Yeah. One thing that's kind of interesting is the demographic of people who play golf tend to be price insensitive, which is perfect if you're an entire company.
Yeah, of course, yes.
Because you sell $70 shirts, no problem. My ball, I spend $70 on balls. I spend $150 on a round of golf. People tend to be a little more affluent, so it's a great combo for a brand. So yeah, it's pretty.
Are you a golf guy at all? Have you ever been golfing? Do you have clubs?
I don't have clubs anymore. I did have clubs when I lived in Florida because I had a lot of friends that played, and I would just get pulled along on foursomes. Like you almost always want to have a foursome. If it's a busy course, they want to send you with 4. And
you did have that one foursome on the cruise though too, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Speaking.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I used to play golf though. Like I said, never good. I always played what they call best ball. Best ball, John, is when you have all your 4 friends, and usually you have some people that are pretty good, and they take their hit, and whoever's ball lands in the best position, everybody moves their ball to that spot, and then you get to hit from there.
Oh my god, that's too funny.
Yeah, so you never have to like hit from a shot. It lets you play faster because in Florida it gets really hot, so you usually will want to go play 18 holes in the morning. I don't know, I might think about getting back into it, but it's just you know what is more fun than playing golf? Going to a driving range. Have you ever done that?
Like Topgolf.
Yeah, kind of like Topgolf, because Topgolf is fun because you can go with people who don't have to deal with having all the different types of clubs and knowing which club to use in which situation. You're just trying to mash the ball like to infinity and beyond. And so, and of course, the most important thing when you're at the driving range is to hit the guy in the cart. And to give you a little, I can't remember if we talked about this on a previous podcast, but there's a little guy that drives around, and you know the golf carts that people drive around, right?
Yes.
There's an armored version of that golf cart that the guy goes around to pick the balls up to bring them back so you can hit them. There's hundreds of the balls out there. So this guy like just drives around, and he's just kind of like got a little ball vacuum cleaner that sucks up the balls. He's a moving target, and so the number one thing people want to do is literally hit the moving target. If you know what I'm talking about and you're in the chat, by all means, like drop it down there if you've ever successfully hit the armored golf cart at the driving range. So that's a lot of fun. That's actually a lot of fun hitting the guy. And then of course, if you really get a good drive and you just mash it to infinity, like just watching the ball take off and go like 200, 300 yards is actually pretty cool too. So it's kind of fun. You're just like, whack. It makes it a very satisfying sound. Like when you hit it perfectly, whack. It's like a very satisfying sound.
Yeah, I mean, I did it one time, I did it one time, and I had a lot of fun with it. Our company took us for a Christmas party, and it was fun. I did not hit the moving target, though. I did see him, but no, I did not. I don't have the aim like that. You have the aim like to be able to do that?
Yeah, but so what? You just keep trying. Like you have unlimited balls, and so you just like whack. Yes, Gabriel agrees. The best thing on Topgolf is hitting the cart guy.
Hitting the cart guy.
Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you. Ariane asks, did I miss the doggos yet? No, we've heard them very loudly drinking water off screen, but we haven't seen their faces.
Guys, come over here. Come on.
All right. For Ariane, we're gonna do a doggo break. Anthony says, I think I pulled a muscle trying to hit the golf ball guy. Yeah. Chat knows what's up. Chat knows what we're talking about.
Maybe next time we're together, we'll be going down to the Topgolf and we can try to hit that. Yeah. We can make that into a YouTube video for sure. Macy is here. Mickey is just sitting on the couch. He's just staring at me. Macy, I told Macy to come over. Macy, say hi. Mwah. Mwah. I love her so much. She's so good.
All right. Now I got to ask you an important question, John.
Okay.
Does Macy's breath stink? Does she have like super dog breath?
Does, yeah. Sometimes Mickey's is worse. Mickey is worse. He's the boy.
Do you brush their teeth? Are you like a parent? Like do the teeth brushing on the dogs?
So don't do it as often as I should. We do take there's like a thing you put on your finger.
Yeah.
And you put the doggy toothpaste in, and then you just stick it in, and they don't like it.
Oh man. That's actually a serious violation of trust, right? Because it's your dog and they don't want to bite you. So you put your hand in the dog's mouth and they don't like it. They can't but they don't bite you. They don't bite you.
They're
like,
but they don't. They don't.
Ooh, you just wait. I'm going to pee on something that you really like. Oh man!
But Macy's here and she's happy to say hello. Little mascot of the cruise.
One more last comment on the cruise. Ariane says, speaking of cruises, did anyone watch Poop Cruise? Poop Cruise? What's Poop Cruise?
So actually, I just watched it last night.
It's on
Netflix. It's on Netflix. It's a short documentary about when Carnival Cruise a couple of years ago had a very serious situation where it was like a 4 or 5 day cruise, and all of a sudden there was a huge fire in the electrical room and everything stopped. All the power was out and all the toilets wouldn't flush. And that became and they couldn't move. They were stranded at sea. And as you can imagine, this turned into a problem very quickly. And so there's a new documentary on Netflix about that.
Disgusting.
Yeah, no, that wasn't good.
No, we did not.
Hopefully we don't deal with that issue ever. Hopefully that's never a problem.
No.
I can assure you we're not going on Carnival. That's not happening. Carnival would have to offer me a really amazing deal to make that happen.
Man, that's crazy. Well, all right, let's get back to it. And John says they watched it last night and it was brutal. Yeah, I don't.
John Calcanes is here. I didn't even realize. I love John. John Calcane's is great people.
He's great people.
Always happy to see him. Really glad he came.
He says, "Watch for red bags." Lol.
Yeah, they gave everybody a red hazmat bag, and, slid underneath their door, in case you had to use it.
Why can't I just go off the balcony?
Well, you're gonna have an audience.
I mean, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah. But yeah, we're that's never gonna happen for us.
Yeah. All right. I think we just move on from this one.
Yeah.
Let's just move on to this. Hey, friends, today we're going to also take a look at the Paging Mr. Morrow drop that came out earlier this week. It's great. Of course, Nate's really a great community member. Lots of fans of his channel. I expect I'll see him in San Diego. And they came out with a new drop. And there were a lot of new shirts that were involved here. So they did restocks of the old ones, including the polos, which were great, and the tiki, which also was pretty fun. They also had the hoodies. And then they had 3 new shirts, including this roper. And this Macy hat. They had this hat already. So
did you just call it Macy?
I did.
Are they gonna make a Macy hat? I really hope so. I know.
I just saw your dog. That's why I had it in my head, right? So I'm gonna reset.
You always
with
have
my dog
in your head.
Did I show you this? I did show you this last time, right? This is
you did. Yes, that's Lego Gizmo.
It's a Lego Gizmo that somebody made for me. If you didn't see it before, and he's got a tongue that moves. His tongue moves as well. So he sits over here, so we can kind of remember him. So he's on my right side here. He doesn't make much noise, and he certainly doesn't lick my face as much as he used to. But
well, he keeps everything bottled up.
He does. He's a deep well of emotions. Gracie is what I was talking about. What was your reaction to this drop for Mr. Morrow?
Great drop. One thing that I'm questioning on the roper, if you look on the back of the roper, it says Mr. Morrow and Gracie. I'm wondering if that's embroidered.
I think it is, because the Flavor Town roper that they had for Guy Fieri had like Flavor Town across the back. And yeah. I'm pretty sure this is embroidered on. I mean,
that's pretty sick. I'm a sucker for embroidered stuff. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So was really happy to see that. Even though I'm not a roper guy, I think that's I love to see that Nate got his own roper. In terms of the other 2 design, I mean, look, you can't go wrong with a Nate design. I saw inside his latest video, Nate was wearing the Museum of Modern Morrow, and that is definitely fun. And eating around the world is fun too. I mean, this is definitely a solid drop for any Nate fan. I know it's not from this drop. I need that Gracie hat though. That Gracie hat is definitely one that I like a lot. Yeah. This is an all around solid drop. I don't know if I can sit here and say that I have one particular favorite. But I think I always like to see when Nate gets a new collection out. Was there anything that stood out for you, or something you had that you were a fan of, or?
I liked the roper. I didn't buy the roper, but I liked this. And I don't know if I told you this, but last year at San Diego Comic-Con, I got to spend a decent amount of time with Nate. And one of the ideas that I pitched was a Gracie floral. I wanted them to do like a Dalmatian style floral.
Yes.
And the current floral that they're using for exclusives doesn't really fit the design of having like a Dalmatian spots. But he thought that was a really cool idea, and John was there at the same time, so they kind of heard it. I don't know, maybe it was a terrible idea, but that one was really good. I like that it's loud and subtle at the same time. It's a nice one. And then eating around the world, that was kind of cool too, because I think that's a big part of his channel, is getting snacks, whether he's getting Gideon's cookies at Disney Springs or he's getting beignets in New Orleans. It's a big part of his channel to be eating stuff. So it was cool here. And I also like that they kind of turned Gracie into a cartoon character. So Gracie's kind of like a mascot, and he's like actively chasing around. Here's the really interesting thing. What shirt is he wearing on this shirt? Can you see what he's wearing here? It kind of looks like a floral. And I was kind of thinking, like, is this exclusiveception where there's going to be like a Mr. Morrow drop zone or something like that, where this shirt that he's wearing on this shirt is one of the designs that they actually put out? Because I kept asking that. It's a consistent design around here. So what'd you think?
That's a good. Honestly, I didn't catch that. That's definitely a good. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Florida Stanley, like without Stanley on it.
Yeah.
I'm getting those vibes. That would be a solid shirt, though. That would be nice.
Yeah, you can see a map in the back here of different places. You know, I didn't see where the where things kind of repeat, but you can see spots. I know there's pizza, there's burgers, there's kebab. There's all kinds of stuff here. Anyways, I like the design of this shirt. I'm a big
did you just call it
fan.
kebabs?
I was just in London, and that's what they call it. They call it kebab in London.
I'm pretty sure it's kebab, Dustin.
In the US, it's kebab, but in the UK, it's
okay.
Kebab.
And where
it's
are you
kebab.
now?
Where are you now? I'm in the US, but I'm having lingering vapors of London town because I had such a good time there. I had a great time.
I'm just saying, Dustin, we're about to go to war, so be sure of where you want to be.
Not with the UK, not with the UK.
Not with the UK, but I mean.
Oh, Anthony.
I'm just.
Yeah, well, we're going to keep moving along here. And Nate is why I'm here. I got to Roosevelt.
Yes, he's like, shut up. Dustin just, if you didn't catch that, Dustin just politely told me to shut up.
Yeah. We already had the bacon, cheese, egg conversation, all right? So it's like good.
I get one an episode.
Yeah, and you burned it. Yeah, that museum shirt was great. It's not a drop for me, but that shirt almost got me. I liked all of them, and I think... Oh, Anthony has a clue here. I have heard this. That Cherry Blossom Sakura shirt is the one that Nate likes the most. Maybe that's the intention of that design in the Rockin' Around the World one. So maybe that's the design that they're thinking there. So good eyes, Anthony.
Good eye, Anthony.
Yeah, that would that's pretty good. Okay, well, let's keep jamming. So we saw Mr. Moreau. Nice. We also took a look at Josh's exclusive Summerfest shirt. We looked at a few of the other ones. Now, before we go into the Peanuts drop, which I think will be the last one, something strange happened on Wednesday, John. And the Roosevelt social media went a little bit crazy. They started posting that things were going to be chaotic. It's going to get chaotic. And we didn't know exactly what that meant. And what it ended up being was that at some inconvenient time to people on the West Coast, they dropped 4 different shirts over a time interval. So it was kind of like 4 drop zones in one day. And these are the 4 shirts that you now see on your screen. They had this Garden Glow. They had this Star Wars Cosmic Crossfire, a Peter Pan shirt, You Can Fly, one of my favorite songs in Peter Pan, and then this Neon Pedal Pal, crazy, insane, abstract Mickey shirt. They dropped these over a period of hours, and as I think you can see, they're all sold out immediately. These went like super fast. What was your reaction to these designs? And more importantly, what did you think of this kind of an event where we basically got like 4 drop zones in one day?
So I'm here for the chaos. I'm here for I like surprises. I like things that kind of keep you on your toes and just kind of make you remember like this is still something where anything can happen. Like break from the structure and just kind of do stuff. So I was when they started tweeting out the stuff, oh, hey, there's going to be some chaos and what's going to happen. And, certain things may restock. They may not. You never know what we're going to do. I was excited. I was definitely excited when, they started giving hints and, I think they did let us know the night beforehand that there was going to be a chaos, but no clue on times or, they gave one hint for the Mickey pedal shirt, but, we didn't know what was going to happen, and that was exciting for me. I like the thrill and the rush of, oh, okay, this is happening, like, are we going to want it, we're not going to want it, like, how quick is this going to sell? Like, I like the rush. So for me, I thoroughly enjoyed this type of drop. Did you have a favorite from this drop?
I thought a lot of these were fun, like from a chaos. The chaos actually speaks a little bit to the overall design thesis, but I think this Peter Pan shirt is probably almost an instant whale.
Oh, I agree. That was the winner in my eyes. I'm really upset I didn't get it. I actually missed out on it.
Yeah.
So I would definitely get one of these. I do hope this one restocks. I don't know. They may want to keep this one, limited. So they may not. But that is a beautiful looking shirt. That is definitely my favorite of the four. Um, I really, really, really like that one. Were you able to score this one?
No, I was on a plane. Like I always seem to be on a plane when good stuff happens. And look, let me tell you,
We need to get you on a plane more then. I need more good things in my life.
yeah. So look at the designs of the pockets on these really quickly. So this floral actually really good. I wish this was the Series 3 floral that they were using. Look how the placement of these flowers on the pocket is. This looks great. I can't say as much good stuff about the placement here of the Millennium Falcon. You've got the Death Star kind of cut off up here. Millennium Falcon is placed fairly well, but like just because of the repeating pattern, that kind of bugs me. It also bugs me a little bit to have like the placard like this. See here, I don't know if you can see my mouse clicks, but at the very top, at the very top here, you can see how the Millennium Falcon is here. And it's this middle piece is on the shirt. It's called the placard. That's what that piece of the shirt is referred to as. And you can see it kind of gets cut off because it runs across that. So I did not really like how that shirt got laid out. But then, my friend, take a look at this bad boy. Take a look at this. How well this Peter Pan is centered. I know it's not that complicated of a design from the backfield standpoint, but look how Peter Pan is perfectly centered in the pocket. Like it's not only a great design, but it's also these extra little care make the shirt like one of the best. Look at the Mickey shirt. Mickey is always a huge deal for Roosevelt's. And look at the placement of Mickey on the pocket. Like he's in the right place. He's not perfectly centered, but it looks great.
He is in the right place. Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just I liked 3 of the 4. I just felt like I like the colors of this Star Wars shirt. I just had a couple of nitpicks on how the design shook out, but wow, it was great. And the You Can Fly shirt. I love that. I love that song from the original. Peter Pan. You can fly, you can fly, you can fly.
I will say my complaint with the neon pedal pal. I honestly would have liked the shirt better if Mickey was not on it. I was never a fan of like the 3D Mickey look. That's like the more modern. I'm more of a fan of like the older 2D look.
I see.
This kind of 3D. So I would have preferred that shirt without Mickey on it. And that's coming from a Disney guy. But that's just me.
Well, what did you guys think of the drops there? We got a few new comments here. Let's take a look down and see. Robert says, "Hey guys, missed the chaos." Anthony missed the chaos. Well,
sorry, a lot of us missed the chaos, Anthony. I'm sorry about that, man.
Yes, so sad. I missed Peter Pan. Yeah,
a lot of people missed Rob. Yeah.
A lot of people missed out on it. But now I'm going to take a little sidebar. And I live on the West Coast. I think you guys know. The dates and times. I think that HQ really loves watching the community's reactions to cool things, and they want to do it on their time. I think it's biased towards East Coast because that's where they are. I'd like them to like mix it up a little bit and like move the hours. We're being generous. This is at 7:00 on Eastern time, right? Normally I would still be at work at 4:00, right? It's 4:58 on the West Coast. I should not even be off of work yet today, but to make a time when people probably could join, like either leaving work or just getting home or before you start your evening. HQ needs to do the same kind of thing and give us a little bit of latitude here on some of these things.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't have a problem with the time. I don't know what you're...
And which shirts did you get?
I don't know what you're referring to. I mean, I was, I know. I saw the drops.
I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. All right. So now let's see. What are we doing here? Okay. Yep. Had Peter Pan in my cart, but the app messed up, made me input my address again, so I did not get it. Robert. Oh, dude. We all hate it when it happens. Actually, I did see that everything was sold out, but my app insisted that I update. I had to update and then find my login credentials again before I could sign in. It was ridiculous. So I had extra friction on top of the fact that everything was already sold out. So it wasn't that bad. But yes, Gabe says he missed the Mickey, but he snagged the Peter. Well done, Gabe.
Well, I think you got the right one, Gabe.
I think you did, yeah. Especially Aaron agrees with me. Heavy East Coast bias to drop times. Yes, John.
I don't know what you're talking about, Aaron. I don't know what you're talking about.
Are we gonna have a bacon cheese egg moment here, John? All right. We've got one more drop to kind of close out here.
And I must say there's a you're talking about that extra friction going on. There's a person who hated friction more than anything, and I heard he used baby oil to get rid of that friction. So
is this like a P Diddy P Diddy reference? You could just drop it in there. P Diddy's on trial.
Yeah. P Diddy, he is on trial. Yeah, he's in Brooklyn.
Did he drop?
he knows what a bacon, egg, and cheese is. I'll vote for him.
I guarantee he knows what a bacon, egg, cheese is.
Damn straight he knows what a bacon, egg, and cheese is.
Oh man, that's ridiculous. All right, let's take a look before we close up shop here on the Peanuts drop. Now, last year was the 75th anniversary of the Peanuts. There was a big to-do about it at Comic-Con. I expect that they will revisit that. There's always a Peanuts offsite. I love, and I'm a huge Charles Schultz fan. I'm a huge Peanuts fan.
Yes.
So I was super stoked when I saw that this drop was happening. This one I actually got advance notice of, which was great. And they came through with some really killer designs. We saw a few of these. Did you have? I think I know what your favorite was. which John? You know what's interesting about this is, I think we will have inverse. I think you will pick the Dustin style shirt, and we'll describe to people what that means. And I think I picked the John shirt as my favorite, and I want to see if that holds true. So what was your favorite? What was your favorite of the new launches from the Peanuts?
Well, like you, I'm a big Peanuts fan as well. I've always grown up loving Peanuts and Charlie Brown and whatnot. And you talk about that museum that you have near you.
The Schultz Museum.
Come out, I would really love to go see that. I am definitely a Charlie Brown guy, for sure. And while the designs on here were great, there was one reference that really stuck out to me that I felt like I was like, oh man, like I would need that one, and that's ugh. How can you not love that with how can you not love her taking the football away from Charlie Brown? I mean, that is such an iconic moment from so many different Lucy taking the football away from Charlie Brown, and him screaming out like that, and he doesn't think he's gonna get tricked. He's like, this time I'm gonna get it, and then he doesn't get it. I mean, and we've seen that time and time again. Was that the one you thought I was gonna pick?
No, it wasn't. I love that shirt too, and I love that moment. Lucy never lets him kick the football. It's a running gag. It's a 50-year plus gag.
Guys,
Snoopy's out of control.
Come here, Snoopy. Come here.
He's like, I've got opinions. I've got opinions.
Okay. It's okay. Okay, what's going on?
Gotta mute this guy.
Okay. What is there? Someone stuck in the well? Come on. No.
Yeah. Is that the pizza man? The pizza man coming by?
No, they hear something outside. They don't like it. They don't they don't like noises. It's okay. Come on, stop it.
You know what's interesting is that because we're doing the show live, this happens all the time when we record it, and I just edit it out for you guys. And so this always happens. So I think it's fun to let the audience in on it a little bit. But
he's got his hair up. He's not happy.
I see.
My dog will put his hair up when he's not. He wants to appear bigger.
I get it. I thought you would go for this Bird and Beagle, not because necessarily that you like the main shirt, but it's a purple shirt. Oh, Dad put the hands down. So
I'm very sorry to all the listeners.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll just start muting you.
that makes sense. I get that.
Yeah, but because this was a purple shirt, it was also a really loud but a little bit of a Dustin shirt, because I tend to like this is not a team, but it's more of a
That is
you
a
know,
solid shirt. The more I
yeah.
look at it, oh, that is really. The more I look at that, I'm like, that actually is really like, oh, that is nice.
I
I do
thought you
like that a
would
lot.
go for this, and it's a great looking shirt.
No, but you know what? That is a great looking shirt. That is yeah, maybe I should have actually. That is a really good. Now that I'm looking at that more, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should. Maybe
Well,
I'm thinking about
it's
changing
available.
it.
It's still available. What
You
did you
know me well. You know
What
me
did you
well.
think? What did you think I was going to pick?
I thought you were gonna say I like the Snoopy in space because it's a tux.
Oh, well, that is a great thing, but that's actually a John shirt, and that's the shirt that I wanted. Like that was the
Yeah.
yeah, the tux looks great. This is kind of like a wild, loud shirt, and the tux goes crazy.
And that is from the new Apple TV Plus Snoopy show, Snoopy in
Yes.
Space. So
Yes.
that is really nice. I'm definitely a fan of that
Yeah.
as well. But no, this is any Peanuts drop. I'm really glad that we have the Peanuts license, and that is definitely one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah. Now there were a couple of other things that they had with this release. The tux we talked about. Did you see this shirt? Now, you know how I piss and moan a lot about t-shirts and the price of these shirts more than anything, to be honest. Because it's $37 for a tee. I know there's a license connected to it, but I really like the shirt. I very much have thought about it. So I might burn like a discount code on this one. This one I really, really liked. I like that it's black. I also like that it's plain on the back. This is one of the things that actually bugs me about the designs for a lot of the Roosevelt's t-shirts is they have two sides. They'll have the back will be like one big design, and then there'll be like a little pocket design on the front. This is one of the cases where they break that pattern, and this is just a front, graphic tee. I really like this one. I have a feeling you liked it as well.
I absolutely liked it, and if you do get it, you can let us know the difference between a vintage tee and a regular tee.
Yes.
That's one of the vintage tees right there that we talked about last week. Definitely, I definitely like that, and also just because the cruise, I did like the Sailing Away shirt as well too. That kind of fit
Oh
me a
yeah,
little bit.
totally. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go back to that. Let's see that one too. Sailing Away. Yeah. So now here's exactly what I like. Like this is the back. The Sailing Away is the back. I would love that to be the front. And on the front, what you got over here is like, a smaller version of Snoopy and Woodstock kind of doing their thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm like, I mean, it's fine. Like they have it called out here as the front chest art. I would have loved it if this was a white T-shirt where the Sailing Away was the front.
That would look really nice.
Now, in fairness, if you are sailing away, you're walking away from somebody, and they see that, it's probably a little better for them to see it on the back. I don't know. I guess I'm talking myself into it. They also had the Snoopy in Space Dad hat here, which was pretty cool.
Look at that. That
Did you
looks
see
cool.
that?
That has a nice, that's a nice embroidered look as well to it.
Here's another cool
I like
thing.
that.
This is like the NASA font embroidery for the Roosevelts. So this looks like a NASA font over here. I thought that was really awesome. And then on the inside, they didn't do too much over here with the parts there, but I did like the fact that they had that nice little nod there. It looks like it's NASA, and it's consistent with Snoopy's spacesuit. Was there anything else here? They got women's cuts, including a tux for all of these, which I think is always great. We're always happy when there's women's cuts for things. And then they restocked the shirts, most of the shirts from last year, including the Flying Ace, which was one of our like top 5 shirts last year.
100%.
And so I really love that shirt. And look, they got preschool cuts for the Flying Ace,
Aww.
which is very cute. So you can totally like family.
The whole fam can be together.
The whole fam can like be wearing a common kind of lookout. So I'm kind of curious, what did the chat think was the best of the Peanuts drops? What did you guys think was the best items that came from that one? Let's see. Marmar says, now my dog is barking. I love it.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to mute them when they bark.
Yeah,
That was a good idea.
fine.
I didn't have that. That was a good idea from Dustin. Now I'm very sorry for. Anyway, I love it. My dog barks all outside walkers. Yeah, thank you, Robert. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I like that they try to protect. They try to protect the house. But like my girl Macy, she's about 5 or 6 pounds. If there was an intruder, somebody would simply go and just just like punt her across the room. Like that would be like she thinks that like she's big and strong, but like in reality,
Yeah, it's performative. I know it's performative. Anthony says, "Sail away." Now that is a boat. Thank you for keeping us. Robert says, "I skipped Peanuts, but I might need to go look again." Yeah,
did we convince you into it, Robert? I think maybe we convinced you into it.
It's a good one. And then yeah, I love it. Now that's about it for the cast usually. So we would usually cover the drops. We had some fun talking about a range of things. We announced the fact that there's going to be a cruise. We're going to take some questions that you guys have. We'll give you, I don't know what the delay is, but usually the delay ends up being about like a 7-second delay. So we'll kind of close out our thoughts here. And if you've got a question you guys want to throw at us, it can be about the cast. It can be about Roosevelt's. Don't ask what boat the cruise is on. Like, come on. I mean, I know we're all smart asses here, but like, you're not going to get the answer to that one. But if you got any
you'd have to ask what ship it is on.
Exactly.
You'd say what boat's on. You'd say what ship it is.
Exactly. Aaron says you might have changed my mind on the Woodstock one. Yeah, I think that is a hot shirt. I think, in fact, Peanuts is going to show up again when we do the top shirts from this year. I don't know that we're going to do 25 of 2025. I think that was a little bit crazy last year, but I think we'll definitely have a top 10, and we'll have to boil it down, and that will be very interesting. I think that Peter Pan shirt might show up on there too.
And this is something I also think we should bring up, because obviously we're going to do the top 25 of 25 again at the end of the year. We had a blast doing.
Are we all 25? I think it was a lot of work to do 25.
Well, we'll figure it out. Okay. But I gotta say, one of the resources that you and I used is See Mighty Things.
Oh yeah.
I got to speak with Jason Hepler, but See Mighty Things hasn't been updated in quite a few months, and that was something that you and I used for to look back at all the shirts of the year, because Roosevelt's does remove things from their website, after they're done with it for a little bit. Yes. See Mighty Things is a great resource and has been updated since February, so I got to talk to Jason. Like, buddy, are we still doing this?
You're right. We count on this a lot, and. Because the drop zones and things like that will show up here. The exclusives, we can always go back to the field notes, but it's not always the same. So yeah, if you guys don't know about See Mighty Things, you probably do. This is a great place to kind of see older ships. Robert asks, what are the dates of the cruise? He joined late, and I'll let you answer that one.
Yeah, so I'm not saying the dates of the cruise just yet. There is a form I'm going to post. You're going to fill out that information, and we will reach out to you and give you the information that you're looking for. This is a special pre-sale, so we're not saying everything out publicly. But I will say the date it is happening in spring of next year. And the cruise is leaving from the East Coast.
Okay.
So that'll narrow it down, and it's on a pretty nice ship.
Yes. So hopefully that helps you, Robert. And there also is a link for more information that you should click, so you can get in there. There's a sign-up sheet and some information for you to be able to book early if you're able to join. So the big news for this one is that it's happening, and it's exciting. It's back in spring, and I think everybody should go. Okay, we got another question. Let's see. Erotha 100 says, if you could design a shirt for the Roosevelt's cruise, what would it look like? Hit it, John.
Man, if I could design a shirt for the Roosevelt's cruise, it would incorporate all of my favorite things. I mean, I'd like to see a beach, some cocktails, and I'd just like to see all my friends. Like, I would love to have a bunch of different insiders like all around in their fun shirts and bucket hats and sunglasses, everyone having a drink in their hand and whatnot, just kind of showing you kind of like what the fun thing of the cruise is about to be. I'd want it to be very, very loud and proud. Like I love, my favorite shirts are always the ones that are kind of out there. So, I mean, look, it's easy to say like, oh, I'd love a floral with these colors because, they're tropical and, that works and whatnot. But I would like to see like a beach, maybe with the cruise in the background, a sunshine, and then a bunch of insiders all together having fun, talking, drinks in the hand, partying, a DJ, and, just like it really incorporates what the cruise is all about. So that if I could design a shirt for it, I'd want something along those lines.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. For myself, I think what I would do is go back to the photos, the big group photos that everybody was taking on the very top deck with the flags, but at the departure party. What do they call that, John? What is that?
The
What
sail
is
away
it?
party.
Sail away party. Yes. At the sail away party, there were a bunch of great pictures. Anthony took a bunch of cool shots. A lot of people took cool shots. There were people down at the pool level that were taking pictures of us up top there. And I would love to see a shirt where like a bunch of those different photos were kind of scattered across the different.
That would be amazing.
It would be like a really fun repeating design, because obviously the cruise is a great place for us to go because it's all inclusive. You pay one fee and then, you don't have to worry about drinks and food and where you're going. But the truth is, like, what makes those events fun are the people. It could be on a dinghy. It could be somewhere else, it could be anywhere. But the fact that it's insiders and it's people that share a common passion for shirts and a lot of the same kind of fandoms and things as well. That's what really makes it fun. So for me, the shirt would really be about like embodying the vibes of the people, especially from that first cruise. So that's how I would respond. Okay. It's Connor, by the way. You remember Connor did
of course.
Connor joined us. I was sticking with the name because, sometimes people have their real name on there and sometimes they don't. But yes, we knew it's you, Connor. Thank you for guest hosting with us on our podcast on the boat. And we hope you will be back and maybe you can co-host again.
Yeah, definitely. I really hope you guys come back. It was a lot of fun doing that.
Gabriel asks, my question is, how are you two so handsome? Oh wow. Gabe, my man, my guy.
Wow.
It's all Roosevelt's. We'll just give it all to the brand.
Roosevelt,
nothing to genetics, right?
No, not at all.
Well, thank you very much, Gabe. That's a very, very nice compliment. And I think that looks like the last question that we've got here, John. So, you want to summarize and kind of button up like one more time for folks who are joining late about the cruise?
Yeah, absolutely. So 2026 Roosevelt's Insiders Cruise is happening for sure. There's a special pre-sale. If you want the access into the pre-sale, I'm going to post it in the Roosevelt's Insiders Cruise group chat. But if you're not in that, if you just want the answer, just shoot me a message. And after a couple of people have been sending me messages, so after that's been done, shoot me a message and I will send it to you privately because YouTube won't allow us to put links in the group chat like we had planned. So just send me a message and I will shoot it out to you, and we'll reach out to you and you'll get all the information needed for the special pre-sale. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of I'm excited.
Awesome. Yep. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for joining. The feedback that we got overwhelmingly was that the lives are fun. People can come hang out. It means we can actually do a podcast every week instead of one every other week. So I think we're going to keep doing it this way. So please look forward to this. I think we get a lot of good energy and you guys bring your special sense of humor, your questions, your input, and your feedback. So we love it. Thank you guys for all the support. 26 days till San Diego Comic-Con. If you're going, I'm going to be there. And if you're not going to be there, I'll be covering it for you. So please like and subscribe to the channel here, Wearable Fandom. And I have another channel, The Fandom Traveler, which will have also additional and separate content from Comic-Con. So we hope that you guys are with us along the entirety of the way. We'll look forward to signing up for the cruise and more information as that information can become available. Hope you guys have an awesome weekend. And I don't know if we're going to record a podcast on the actual 4th of July. In fact, I highly doubt it. But please like or follow our Facebook page because you can look it up. Wearable Fandom, or we actually do have a Wear Mighty Things page as well. Either one of them, you'll be able to know which day we're going to be recording, and hopefully you guys will be able to come back and join us because it's so much more fun when you guys are here. I think that's it, John. So we sign off saying until next time, wear mighty things. So long, everybody.